Okay, commissioners, ladies and gentlemen, the Monday, June 24th, 2024, regular meeting of the Forest Park Village Council will come to order. We begin our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. If you're able, please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim,
Here.
Commissioner Thorough, Commissioner Mellon Goodman,
Here.
Commissioner Vogt,
Here.
Mayor Hoskins.
Here. Okay, approval of the minutes from June 10th, 2024. Regular meeting of the council. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Maxham. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Mellon.
Mayor?
Discussion.
I just want to mention that, the minutes that were posted on our packet had some, corrections in the roll calls.
Okay.
So I updated them.
Okay.
Okay.
Commissioners, is there any discussion on other than what the clerk mentioned? If not, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon Goodman,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt,
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Yes. Okay, public comment.
Stephen Backman.
Read, it's a lot easier for me. My name is Stephen Backman. I live at 329 Burkhardt Court. As I do every weekend before a village council meeting, I download the meeting agenda and supporting documents to see if there is a good reason for me to attend. To my surprise, I see 10 $10,000 payments going to GPG Strategies. A lobbyist once paid $2,000 a month by our village from August of 2019 until August of 2023. Thank goodness the payments were stopped last year by concerned village commissioners because there was no evidence, reports, or summaries of any work having been done by GPG for 4 years. May I remind you, all that was paid at the taxpayer's expense. Mayor Hoskins insisted GPG was working hard for the people and promised a full report of GPG services was forthcoming and payments could resume. But no meaningful report was ever produced and the issue died, especially when last November the Forest Park Review discovered that Mayor Hoskins was privately coaching the lobbyist on what to write in the report to satisfy the legitimate scrutiny by the council. That was then. This is now. Looking at the 10 payments, I see that the first one is dated August 2023, the second September 2023, and they continue all the way up to this month, June 2024. 10 months. Looks like GPG was picking up right where they left off last year. My immediate instinct was that something shady is going on here. Someone was trying to pull fast. But then I thought maybe something really good, really beneficial to the village is happening, and I should be more open-minded. Searching for a change, my first step was to FOIA request all the GPG documents and accomplishments produced since my last request last July. But because of the weekend, the clerk did not receive my request until this morning, so I may not learn of any of those changes for a couple days. But then I got to thinking maybe GPG completely reinvented themselves to be a bigger, better, bolder provider of services. So I went to their website and surprise, nothing changed, nothing. It is still a single page with only a form on it to fill out if you want to contact them. That's it. Wait a minute. Yes, I remember there's a hot link in the upper right-hand corner of the webpage that goes right to GPG's LinkedIn page. And surprise. No changes here either. Nothing. I sure hope that these web pages are not a prediction of what I will be getting from my records request. I sure hope that we taxpayers are not shelling out another $20,000 for nothing. Well, these are the web pages and the LinkedIn site. Pretty basic.
Thank you, Mr. Beck.
Nancy Greco.
2 weeks ago today, I was on my way to the doctor when I noticed the Davis tree truck on my block. I wondered if they were going to do tree trimming, as signs had been put up the previous week saying that was to be done on Friday, June 24th, 2024. Can you imagine my dismay when I got home to witness the horror that happened? My beautiful silver maple tree was cut to shreds, a 100-plus-old tree that was massacred. There was no tree trimming here. I immediately called the police and told the workers to stop. I was beside myself. I was told by the village representative that the tree was diseased, which it was not. I had that tree inspected 2 years ago, personally, by McAdam Landscaping. Scott informed me that since the tree was a silver maple, it sheds its bark. I was glad I called him and felt reassured that I would not lose the tree. Then this happened. The tree trimmers said there was some decay at the top. Okay, then prune, trim the tree. Don't take it down to the ground. I was also told that Forest Park was a tree city and that trees were taken very seriously. If that is true, then how could you do this? You relied on a company that was hired and paid to take trees down, not preserve them. There was no communication with anyone on the 500 block of Beloit, letting them know that this was going to be done. Neighbors wonder if there had been a mistake, as the signage was incorrect, and that when you looked at the stump and limbs on the ground, there was no visible decay whatsoever. The next day, someone came and ground the stump up, probably to cover the fact that the tree was falsely removed. This not only has devalued my property and made it look a mess, but I can't even open my blinds due to the fact that the sun is now so intense, there is no relief. Also, the displaced birds who lived in the tree had no place to go and have built nests in my gutters. I want to see the arborist report, if there really is one. If you wonder why I know so much about trees and their care, I used to work for Amlings. I learned a lot and know when a tree is diseased and what the difference is between pruning and defacing arbors. 2 weeks later, after having a pile of wood chips and debris on my parkway, dirt and what I assume is grass seed has been thrown where the beautiful silver maple was. Am I supposed to water this? Again, no communication. Will there be sod, or are we expected to have grass actually grow during this heat wave? I was told I could pick a new tree in September. One tree? There should be 3, as my next door neighbors were never told that they had the opportunity to pick a tree after losing a tree in front of their home. I still cannot understand why this happened. I know this can never be replaced. There needs to be communication from the Village of Forest Park. Let residents know what you are doing and why. I better not be told that someone complained about this tree and got it removed. I better get my new tree in September, and there better be communication regarding the care of the parkway. I have done nothing since I was informed that I couldn't tamper with village property. I hope you come and water.
Dan Riley,
Good evening to everybody. There seems to be a lot of problems with weeds that are 6 feet tall in the alley in between Marengo going east towards Elgin. There's a weed that's out there that is over 6 feet tall. And nobody from the village, you have all these signs of saying, I love Public Works. So I just want to know if Public Works is not seeing them or they are not caring about them. That is the first problem that I see. The weeds, it's a weed that's behind a place of business with a barbed wire on the top of the fence. The weed is exceeding the height of the barbed wire, and I stand just under 6 feet tall. The weed is taller than I am. Are you all not seeing that or not caring? Mr. Mayor, wasn't too long ago that you were stomping on my block where I live, begging for votes, saying that you were going to do something about that, but I haven't seen anything being done, which goes into my second and my third point. There are weeds in the parkway north of Roosevelt Road on Elgin. The weeds are so tall they have folded over and they're still up to my thigh. Again, I ask, you have all these signs, including some that are upstairs that says, I love Public Works. Now I'm going to ask you and everybody else in Public Works, are you not seeing this or not caring? There is a vacant lot on Roosevelt Road and Marengo. Same thing. Weeds are way out of control. You all do nothing about it unless until I complain about it. Are you not seeing it or not caring? Last but not least, as I drive east going into Berwyn, going into the north side of the street is Oak Park. The south side of the street is Berwyn. It's about 6900 west. There is a lot that's there that has what looks like some miniature garages with a lot of businesses in there. That looks like a coffee shop, an art shop, something like that. Are you all not trying to get anything from the vacant lot on Roosevelt Road in Marengo? Or what? I know you're not going to answer the question, but that's what my complaint is about. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Riley.
that was the last one.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Okay, Commissioners, moving forward to, there are no formal communications tonight. Board reports tonight. We are on to bills by resolution. Madam Clerk.
Be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Forest Park, Cook County, Illinois, that we dispense with the reading of the individual bills inasmuch as each department head has approved and signed bills in the following aggregate amount for their respective departments. Refunds and allocations, $3,712.71. Public Affairs, $234,148.04. Police Department, $6,934.13. Community Center, $14,142.88. Accounts and Finance Clerk's Office, $24,183.31. Accounts and Finance Fire Department, $12,784.39. Department of Health and Safety, $16,709.46. Streets and Public Improvements, $5,445.53. Public Property, $50,789.13. Seizure, $393.06. Federal Customs, $4,259.10. Tip, $3,857. VIP, $10,279.99. Water Department, $212,931.24, for a total of $600,569.97.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioners, is there a motion to adopt the resolution of bills?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Maxell. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. It's been seconded by Commissioner
I have a question. The GPG invoices.
Mhm.
I recall about a year ago, this council had a discussion to hold off on utilizing their services and paying them until we received a comprehensive report and created a new contract. So I'm curious why we're seeing these and why we're seeing them all at once right now.
So you and I had this same discussion yesterday, and I'll say it again. We're going to satisfy the invoices because the verb is get to provide services. The governor has recently signed the budget. It was signed in June. Forest Park is included in the budget in a couple of places. And in my opinion, we're going to need consultants to help us recoup some of those funds that we'll have the opportunity to go after in the next few months. Additionally, there will be a new contract. Contract is not here tonight, but I did tell you this yesterday.
No, you
And I guess I did, and I've informed the council as well. And does that answer your question?
No, I have a couple more. The first thing I want to say is I'm a little uncomfortable having this conversation without our lawyer present, because there are questions that I would like to ask him and he's not here. So I just wanted that on the record. And originally we hired GPG as our lobbyist, correct?
They're a consultant.
But you said they just
They're a consultant, Commissioner.
lobbied the governor to include us in the bill? Like when did that change?
Commissioner, we're going to vote on whether or not to pay this. There'll be another discussion. So on this one, you can either vote to pay the bills or not.
Well, I think since after our last conversation, we never heard anything after that. It was generally understood that they were going to be told that there would not be any more payments until we had a new contract and we received a report. And none
We
of that
received the
happened.
report.
So I
You received the report. You said it wasn't important that you were looking for. We talked about this yesterday. I'm going to end that discussion now. We're going to hold on whether to pay these bills. And then you'll have the opportunity.
I moved to amend the bills. I moved to remove the GPG invoices from the bills.
There's a motion by Commissioner Vogt to remove one vendor. Is there a second? Okay, that motion dies. For Commissioner Maxson.
I just have a couple comments on this as well. I hope that's okay before we vote. I don't recall us, I recall us at the time questioning the fact that we had never received a report. We did receive a report after that. I don't recall us saying this was contingent on us establishing a new contract at the time. So we did get the report that we asked for, but what we as a council failed to do was then direct staff on what the next step was. We kind of just let it go from there. We got the report. I don't know if any of you had individual conversations with any of our, experienced staff about what should happen next, but I know I didn't. So if anyone, kind of let the ball drop, I think it's us as a council for saying we want this report, but then never doing anything with it and never telling staff, here's what we want you to do next. As a result, we kept getting billed because we never said stop the billing. We did say stop the billing until we get the report, and then we got the report. So the billing kept going. So at this point, we need to close out the fiscal year. We have these bills we have to pay for services that were rendered that we never said stop your services. Well, we said unless we get the report, which we got. And so I feel like because of that, we have to pay these invoices now because we never directed the work to stop. I'm glad, I know that we've talked, Mayor, about getting a new contract in place with GPG, which I think is essential. There's specific things I would like to see. This is probably not the right time to talk about that. If it is, I can share that with you now. But otherwise, that could be a conversation we'll have at another time. And that is all I want to say. Thank you.
I would like to respond to that.
Thank you, Commissioner Maxim. Do you have anything? Commissioner Gold? No.
I think everything's been said as to where I am with that, so.
Thanks. Madam Clerk, we'll go ahead and take the vote on the resolution.
Mayor, I'd like my opportunity to respond to that.
We're done with this topic. Madam Clerk,
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon Ragoven. Aye. Commissioner Vogt,
No.
Mayor Hoskins.
aye.
I'm gonna clear. This is resolution R-49-24.
Okay, Commissioners, there is no unfinished business before the council tonight. Under new business, the first item is a resolution approving specifications and authorizing bids for the 2024 sidewalk improvement program. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Mellon. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Maxim. Discussion? Okay, there's no discussion. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon Ragoven. Aye. Commissioner Vogt,
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is resolution R-50-24.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioners, the next item is resolution approving the specifications and authorizing bids for the Roosevelt Road Island Landscape project. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Maxim. Discussion?
I have a question.
Commissioner Vogt.
So for this project, I think they broke ground in 2017. And I've talked with, Director Sella and folks, and it always seems to be folks who don't have insurance are crashing into these things and causing extensive damage that we then have to cover. So it makes sense for us to, look for solutions to this issue. My only concern is there's a lack of, I think, due diligence. So I hope moving forward, while we're exploring these bids, that we're also considering sort of future applications to make sure that they're highly visible. I know they're leaving a very small median with a curb. We want to make sure that we're not making rash decisions in this village and we're actually doing research and trying to make a very well-informed and safe decisions for the community. So I just want to put that on the record. I want to direct staff officially to keep that in consideration as we move forward.
Thank you, Commissioner Vogt. Any further discussion, Commissioners?
I completely agree with Commissioner Vogt's assessment.
All right, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon Ragoven. Aye. Commissioner Vogt. Aye. Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is resolution R-51-24.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioners, next item is a resolution setting 24 that authorized the award of IC Construction Companies LLC and rejecting all bids for the 2024 lead service replacement project. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Mellon. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Maxim. Discussion? Okay, there's no discussion. Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon Ragoven. Aye. Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is resolution R 52 24.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioners, that concludes our new business. for this
We have one more.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Commissioners, next item is approval of Park District request to close Harrison Street for July 4th. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Mellon of Gold. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Maxim. Discussion on street closure. No discussion, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon-Vergoven. Aye. Commissioner Vogt. Aye. Mayor Hoskins.
Okay, we're at the administrative report. Administrative, do you have anything for us?
I want to thank everybody who attended the funeral town hall that we held a couple weeks ago. Just want to let everybody know that from that meeting, we are going to be forming a task force with Representative LaShawn Ford, and we're looking for a meeting to be coming in the coming weeks. Next week is the 4th of July. Village Hall will be closing at 2 p.m. We will be closed on July 3rd. We'll be closed on July 4th, and we'll be reopening on July 5th. Last week, I had the opportunity with our emergency operations team here in the village to go visit the Cook County Office of Emergency Management. We got to see all the equipment that we have at our disposal to request in the event of an emergency or even some planned events. For instance, like our parade. And so we made some really great connections with staff there. We're going to be using the knowledge that we got from that visit to help with some of our safety protocol in coming events. And then I also wanted to say to those who celebrate Happy Pride Month, we had a great collaboration with Forest Park businesses on Friday for our Pride Fest in Constitution Court. And from the feedback that I got, everybody who was in attendance enjoyed it very much. That's all I have.
Thank you, Administrator. Okay, we're Commissioner reports. Commissioner Maxim.
Yeah, I just have a few things. We have our next budget meeting coming up on July 11th. I also wanted to comment on the funeral procession town hall, but Administrator Rentley already said everything. I want to congratulate our police department who participated in the torch run for Special Olympics, led by Chief Gross and a couple other of our police department. It was hot, but they ran 5 miles and it was awesome. Thanks to everyone from the village who organized the Juneteenth event. I'm hoping the mayor will talk more about that, but that was really great. Really want to thank Commissioner Mellon-Vergoven, Meg Roach, who's here tonight, and everyone else who helped get that event planned. The Pride event was fantastic. Again, want to thank Meg Roach, Sal Stella and his crew for doing all the setup on what was a very, very busy weekend. And I know you guys had a lot of other stuff going on too. Eric Crumreifer played against Sports, Donnie Biggins from Roberts West Side, and Cass Skaman from Opelga, who were the main organizers. It was a really great night. The Arts Alliance of Forest Park is doing stoop sessions again, and tomorrow night there's one at my house, which is 926 Marengo. So bring a chair and something to drink, and that starts at 7. There's a really talented young guy named Calvin from Forest Park who's going to be performing, and he likes to engage with the audience, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And then lastly, we've had a lot of fun with the cicadas this summer. They're a lot of fun, but they're almost gone. But it's kind of fun to see. There's a few big cicada sculptures that are on display around town. And that was in our project that started from somewhere else, but it kind of carried over here into Forest Park. So there's one in the Park District, there's one in Madison Street, and that's a lot of fun. That's all I have for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Maxim. Commissioner Mellon-Vergoven.
Yes, I just wanted to thank our village staff and our village everyone in the village who supported the events that took place, Pride and Juneteenth and everything. I know I particularly had a great experience with our police department after the Pride events on Friday. Just outstanding support from our police department on Madison Street. Just exemplary work as we would expect. And our public works team setting up and taking down
supporting and making sure that everything looks like it was absolutely untouched, and pristine. So I'm very proud of our public works team as usual. Wanted to just announce that, we're getting ready for a bike safety month event, with a bike, safety carnival coming up in July, on July 13th in Constitution Court. So, watch for announcements on that coming up, next month. Thanks.
Thank you, Commissioner Mellon. Commissioner Vogt.
I will echo your thank yous to Public Works. The summer is always more difficult for them with all the events going on, and they always do a great job setting up and keeping things running smoothly. I'd also like to go on the record saying that we did receive a black and white photocopied PowerPoint presentation, and when I asked Rachel Entler where it came from, she said she did not know, and I said that it was not the report that I was expecting. So I did reach out and say that I expected something that actually had concrete information about services provided. And at that meeting a year ago, Commissioner Maxham did agree with me, and you said moving forward, we should set more detail, and that did not happen. I guess that's not a direct directive, and Commissioner Mellon-Rogovin did say when we renew a contract, we can specify, again, implying that none of this would go forward until we had a contract in place. I guess we've learned a lesson to be a little bit more specific. I will say that it's unfortunate to hold all of the other bills to be paid hostage by these. It's unfair to ask us to approve something, and I don't know how any of us can in good conscience when we don't have any information to back it up. It's fine if someone wants to hire somebody to have them meet high-level people or make connections, and they want to pay for that out of their own pocket and not say anything about it. That's great. But we have a fiduciary duty to the taxpayers when we're spending taxpayer money to be able to tell them how we're spending it. So if there's high-level meetings, if there's conversation, if there's phone calls, if there's discussion about Forest Park, we should be coming back to them and saying, this retainer is paying for that, and we can't do that. So to sit here and approve $20,000 tonight without any of that is irresponsible at the least. We have asked for this, and it's not difficult. Whether it's a lobbyist or a consultant, our consultants provide us records of hours worked and on what subjects, and they give presentations. Not everyone has to do it the same way, but we need some accountability, and we're not getting it. It's irresponsible use of taxpayer money.
Thank you for your report, Commissioner Vogt. So to follow up on what Commissioner Maxham said earlier, I do want to thank everyone for participation on the Juneteenth Family Pool Party and some of the other events that went around town. As far as the Juneteenth event goes itself, I want to specifically thank Commissioner Mellon-Rogovin for her hard work in producing the event, Commissioner Maxham for her support, my assistant Megan, our village administrator Rachel Entler, and several members of the district board, including Monique Cott and Shannon Wood. We also had participation from District 209 board member Barbara and families, and of course the Park District was great enough to host the event for the 50th. So we're thankful for that. The Pride celebration went off without a hitch. We also had great volunteer helping on that. Commissioner Maxham was involved as well as members of the private sector here, Rise, Played Against Sports, Rachel, Megan Roach, and others. We had assistance for Open Area Lesbian Gay Association. And everybody was really we got some great news this week. A review of the state budget showing that Forest Park and appropriations for this. We specifically got hundreds of thousands of dollars to help us install traffic calming devices along Jensen Boulevard. That was one of the main things of the funeral procession in town hall. So one of the reasons why it's timely to be in a position to renew our consultant relationship is that there's going to be a series of appropriations to chase that involves communications with the agencies. It involves communications with the governor's office. Not everybody can open doors, but we have at our fingertips a consultant who can do that and who has been affected by it. And so you'll hear more about that in the coming months. I spoke earlier today with Congressman Davis's office. We have not yet finalized deliberations on our application for the Water Resources Development Act funds. We submitted an application months ago, but those applications are still good. So we'll hear more. And then lastly, I just want to bring to everyone's attention that unfortunately, the passing of Irene O'Shea. She's the mother of our village prosecutor, Sharon O'Shea. The O'Shea family has been in Forest Park. They've had a long commitment to this town, to this community. And so please keep the O'Shea family. That concludes my report for tonight. And at this point, the chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Thank you. So moved by Commissioner Maxam. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Mellon. We'll go from there. Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim. Aye. Commissioner Mellon Groban.
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt. Mayor Hoskins.
Yes, we are adjourned.